There's rumors of a reboot of Gremlins.
Right.
Is this actually moving forward? Are you involved?
I am involved. It's when I finished Gremlins and the first Gremlins was released, I was asked to write the sequel, and I said, no, there's nowhere else to go. Now this is before the pre-crazy franchise era of Hollywood, when everything is a franchise. So obviously a long 30 years has passed, and I thought, okay, we can do this. We can actually find a way not to remake the first movie, but to take those characters and do something interesting. I realized, not from the Star Wars series, but I realized from JJ's other movies when he did Star Trek, he has a sense of taking that sort of sense of nostalgia that we all want and bringing it forward, like he brought Leonard Nimoy into the first Star Trek. And that to me was why we connected to that. And it was painfully obvious when we saw the Star Wars trailer recently, that when you saw Han Solo and Chewbacca, we all had tears in our eyes, because we want that feeling again. So I thought, okay, it's cool. If we can pull it off, if we can create that feeling but deliver something new to the audience, then we can maybe do a really terrific Gremlins reboot.
So where are you in the process?
It just began the writing process.
So are you writing it?
No. We have a writer writing.
Okay, there you go. So do you think you're going to incorporate like the real time from the first one? Like the way, or is it sort of new universe, new...
We are going to incorporate some of it, but there'll be some new characters as well. I can't talk a lot about it. I'm sworn to secrecy.
Let's move on to the next thing.
Okay.
I've heard that there is actually movement on, and it's been rumored for a while, but I've actually heard there's movement on a Goonies sequel.
Not as much movement as there is on the Gremlins sequel, and Goonies is a much tougher nut to crack for obvious reasons. So we've been working on it. It always comes up like every 5 years. We are in the thick of it now, trying to figure it out. But
I heard that maybe Rich Donner has a story that he's like. There's a story idea that people are happy with. Is that true? Not true?
Not yet. We are still searching. We
Really?
are avidly, but we are searching very hard, to try to make it work. But we're not going to let anybody down. If we don't feel it's right, and that's between Donner, Spielberg, and myself, if we don't feel it's right, we're not going to do it. I love the music in this. Is my soundtrack, the soundtrack of my life.
I have to ask, though, if you do make a sequel, will it be called Goonies 2, Goonies Never Die?
If that's what the fans want, that's what we'll call it.
Just because that's the title I want.
Right.
But anyway, so that's really something that could happen.
Yes, completely.
Legit.
Legit. I mean, it's not as far along as Gremlins, but it's something that we all would like to happen.
Sure, absolutely. I apologize to everyone listening to this interview with the music. Not intentional.